Sustainable landscape restoration has been highlighted as critical in addressing climate change, protecting biodiversity, and improving livelihoods as the Environmental Conservation Trust of Uganda, EcoTrust, launched celebrations marking 27 years of environmental conservation and carbon financing in Uganda. Speaking at the event in Kampala, Executive Director Pauline Nantongo Kalunda said communities that depend on natural resources are increasingly facing effects of climate change and land degradation, making conservation efforts more urgent.
We as a country, we are dependent on natural resources. We need to look at nature as an asset that, that we need to invest in, but also to be able to sustainably benefit for a very long time. So we need to change the way we look at forests. We need to change the way we look at wetlands. We need to change from this attitude where a wetland has to be converted into a home or a forest has to be converted into a farm, to look at it as an economically viable land use form.
Nantongo noted that through the Trees for Global Benefits program, the organization has been able to link smallholder farmers to global carbon markets, allowing them to earn income through tree planting, restoring degraded land, and protecting biodiversity.
Now, we use Trees for Global Benefit as a conservation tool. It's a carbon financing scheme, but when we mobilize those resources, they are delivered to smallholders to use it for conservation purposes, but to also use it for livelihood improvement.
Since 2003, the program has grown from 33 farmers to more than 54,000 farming families, restoring over 70,000 hectares across major conservation landscapes, including Queen Elizabeth National Park, Rwenzori Mountains National Park, and Mountain Elgon National Park. Nantongo said carbon trading is helping farmers generate income and invest in green enterprises such as apiary, cocoa growing, commercial nurseries, and sustainably produced timber.
They grow trees not because of carbon offsetting, but they grow trees because they want to produce fruit, they want to produce medicinal extracts, they want to produce honey, they want to produce all sorts of things. But we enable them to access other financial flows to make it economically viable, to make forestry as an economically viable land use.
But even convincing people that they can get out of 5 acres of their land, set aside part of that for agroforestry, it was not easy. But I can assure you, as we speak, in areas, the old areas like Queen Elizabeth, we've had spontaneous growth of the program to the extent that we are saying, okay, let's go slow in recruiting new farmers.
Board chairperson Isaac Kapalaga cautioned against the destruction of natural forests for commercial interests, emphasizing the importance of conserving natural habitats.
By 2015, everybody thought there was gold in forest reserves through planting trees. And actually, this program created a middle class. And to the extent that everybody started clamoring for land. And just like anything everywhere in Uganda, systems collapsed. And people now started invading natural forests, unfortunately to hack them down, to plant trees that promise them benefits in the shortest time possible, which was either eucalyptus or pine.
The event concluded with the launch of an impact study showcasing EcoTrust's contribution to sustainable landscapes, biodiversity conservation, and climate resilience through carbon financing. I'm Benjamin Jumbe, NTV Tonight.